Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
We have 100% hired the correct staff for this job.
You may all call me Doctor.
I am Myrtleline, the grunt reader.
I'm a repair gob. If you have anything that needs to be like broken and then fixed again.
And I am Bigor. Previous experience involves being a test subject for Mr. Dr. Pepper.
Hey, everybody! Here we are, Wednesday night, Nat 21 on Twitch. Where's my background? I don't know. It won't show. All right. It is Wednesday night. Goblonia. We're playing the game Goblonia. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're coming back, really? Awesome. Thank you. This is a game I designed, wrote. It's almost ready for primetime production. We go to Kickstarter in 6 days. So the next time you see us streaming, the Kickstarter will be live. We got a link. Can you pop that link up there for me? Somebody? Anybody? I'm going to introduce the cast. There we all are. And there's the background. All right. So we're just going to go around like a clock and have everybody introduce themselves. Say who you are and who you're playing and what you do.
Which way's the
All right,
clock
thank you,
start?
Squidge.
Yeah.
Am I the clock?
Yeah,
I don't know.
what
Everything's
time?
backwards.
You're the clock.
Yeah.
It's Squidge o'clock, everybody. Hi, I'm Squidge. I'm a repair gob. I fix things. I break things. I make things. I also, listen, nobody knows about this. I don't really talk about it very much, but I really like to make sculptures also out of garbage. But, you know, that's just important to me. Anyway, I fix stuff.
I'm Dr. Pibb, the smarty pants of the group, the mad scientist. I experiment with perversions against the natural law, things like that. Just kind of an all-purpose mad scientist. You know.
And I'm Bigor, test subject and a future opera star, perhaps. I enjoy being tested upon. It's an easy job. I get to set my own schedule, and it works around my rehearsal at the Opera Theater, should that ever happen. So I'm very happy to be employed by Dr. Pibb.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to make us a little bit smaller because I don't like that G hanging out in Cubby's mouth. Just. Oh, that didn't,
So many
that
things
didn't
I'm not going to
help a whole
say
lot.
right now.
That didn't help a whole lot. So you might notice we are missing one cast member tonight. Myrtleine, Mab, just Mab. She is totally fine. She is relaxing at a cabin in a hot tub, celebrating her 30th birthday. So if you see her, 30th. Yeah. If you see her out and about, say happy birthday.
Anybody that was around last night, around the Nat 21 Twitch, saw her in the hot tub, in fact.
Oh,
Ooh,
I didn't
missed
see that.
Yeah, we're
see
taking
that.
this channel in a new direction. We're all going to start streaming from a hot tub now. Everybody, you got your swimwear ready?
yeah.
Yes. And then
Also,
we'll
could you please
vote
mail me
on
up
the channel who's supposed to drop their laptop in the hot tub. It'll be like voting somebody off the island, only more electricity. Now, but speaking of voting on the channel, this is an audience participation stream. What that means is you can spend your channel points that you accrue for watching Nat 21 shows, and you can spend them on a couple different things during this show. One of the things you can spend them on is vote for your favorite person in tonight's episode, and that person will be forced to do an impromptu intermission segment where they talk about whatever they want to talk about while the rest of us go refill our drinks.
It also doesn't have to be your favorite person. It just can be whatever fool you want to do the thing.
Whoever you want to do it. Probably don't vote for Mab, although that would be funny if she had to phone this one in.
Would she do that?
No.
Oh.
No, she would not.
No.
Although
Vote Myrtleine and we will call her.
one of us could do our best Mab impression. Why did I say that out loud?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I'm going to make that a thing. I'm going to
That's
make that
the
a thing.
suggestion of
Whoever
somebody who has
you
a great
vote for
map.
tonight will
Yes.
do their best Myrtleline impersonation, map impersonation for the intermission. I want to show off my cup here for a minute because, isn't it? This is so. My wife learned a trick when going to the liquor store. The guy behind the counter told her this. The gift boxes are usually a couple dollars less expensive than the actual bottle, and you get something with it. It's like an adult Happy Meal. So when we went to the liquor store on Saturday, I was not planning to buy Kraken. I was planning to buy whiskey. But Kraken came with this really cool glass with the tentacles wrapped around it. And it was $2, $3 cheaper than an actual bottle of Kraken. Same size, with a bonus. And I'm like, this is perfect. I'll use it on stream because they're about to go down into the basement into a lair of all sorts of horrible things under Goblonia.
Expecting tentacles now.
We could. So the other things you can spend your points on, you can vote. You can, you drop this and give somebody an item. Now, after last episode, we love that people are spending points. We love that people are engaged. We had to put a limit on this one. You only get to use it once per stream. For each person that's watching gets to use it once per stream, but you only get to add one item to somebody. So I don't want anybody to waste it and give somebody a cheese sandwich and then, I can't give them a flamethrower or whatever it is. Now, give them the cheese sandwich and be done with it. What else can you spend points on?
I think you're underestimating the power of a cheese sandwich.
I totally am.
Never underestimate the power of a cheese sandwich.
So you can spend points to make it harder. That gives me cards to use against them in a test. You can spend a whole lot of points to allow the player of your choice to discard one card and redraw a card. It's all explained down there in the chat, wherever the little points are kept down there in Twitch. So look at that. Last week and the week before, the crew was in a mausoleum dealing with Phineas Flout, a rich, snobby cheese merchant that wanted to ascend the social ladder in Goblonia, which means he actually goes up to the next level of Goblonia and becomes a tops goblin, gets to live in the mansion and everything. And part of his initiation was he had to spend a night in a haunted mausoleum. The crew was hired to be the haunting, make sure he did not last the night. They somehow accomplished this job, scared him half to death with buckets of blood and corpses and corpse puppets, which when we ended last week, they exploded the corpse puppet trying to get out of the mausoleum because the doors had closed, shutting them in. Everybody except for Squidge, who is safely hiding behind the sarcophagus, got blasted with the explosion, a little bit beat up, and there are stairs leading down into the darkness below Goblonia. So that's where we are. Yeah. I think I covered everything. Let's play this game. All right. So, big boom. Explosion goes off. And Squidge watches it all happen. Once the dust clears, everybody stands up, settles down, and does what?
Applause! Applause! Applause!
That was a really good explosion.
Well done. Well done. Actors, you are released.
Oh,
think
Oh,
I-
yeah.
clapping
You
to
set the actors up. They're trying to scramble out the skylight. in the
Mhm.
ceiling.
Yes, so that hopefully I time the applause for when they emerge. They can take their bows from on top of the mausoleum.
Did the corpse not do a thing? Didn't the
Oh,
corpse
yeah, the
feel
The corpse tried to talk to you all. Seemed possessed there towards the end. So you had this corpse, and
like
you
you do?
shoved a baseball bat down its throat.
Yeah.
Filled its gullet with canned pea soup
Reasonable.
and made a cork out of old meat,
Yes.
pocket meat.
Okay.
Pocket meat.
Put it in the corpse's mouth. All right. Then the corpse, the eyes get big and glows, and he says, "You're all doomed. Pea soup spraying everywhere." And Myrtleine dusted him off. He went limp. You all shoved dynamite up his butt, blew him up.
Well, the dynamite was already up his butt.
The dynamite was already there, but you all put it there.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The corpse did not blow the door open. The door, it's like slabs of stone.
Yeah, but it's a perfect example of Chekhov's buttomite.
We checked off something. All right.
Heyo.
We're very fancy.
Yes. So my question to you, there's only one feasible way out, and that's down the stairs into the darkness. It's called the basement because it's below Goblonia. That's where the sewers are. Does anybody want to do anything before you go down there? We speculated on Discord this afternoon that you all might spend the entire 2-hour episode arguing about whether you should go down there or not. I'm just going to nip that in the bud and say, is there anything you want to do before you go down there?
Oh, I think we're all excited to charge into the sub-basement of the cemetery/sewer.
Is there
Yeah.
anything that's on fire that, like a candle or something that we can bring with us, a torch?
I'm going to give you a torch that's the arm of the corpse and those old moldy rags just up to the shoulder, essentially. So everything else was mostly obliterated. Now, if any of the audience wants to spend points to give you something different, they can do that.
You said there's rags, yes?
There were rags on the corpse, old moldy.
So we could take one of his bones and wrap some fabric around it and pull an Indiana Jones?
Yeah, that's what you've got. You've got his arm that has the rest of the corpse is in fine pulpy bits all over, well, everybody.
It's still on me, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's very strange. Myrtleine usually takes care of these things right away. Well, I say we charge into that creepy sub-mausoleum sewer.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
I have an idea based on a little operetta that I saw, which was the tale of Indiana Jones. He needed to descend into catacombs underneath the mausoleum, and he took a corpse bone and wrapped it in some rags and lit it on fire. And what say we do the same thing?
Fantastic. Look, that one's already on fire.
I'm sure one of us has some fuel.
I've got gunpowder.
See, I knew it.
Makes for a very spurty torch.
It's true. Better for starting a torch, not continuing one.
But yes,
I believe this is Bigor. Yeah, okay. Bigor,
Oh no. Yes.
opera glasses that when you look through them, shoot lasers.
Oh. Now, are these like the lasers that a cat would be interested in? Or are these the lasers that would cause a searing hole to form in the center of another being?
I think that's your choice.
Oh boy. Then I say
Whatever
both. Two
makes
modes.
it more fabulous.
I can set my laser to stun or to kill.
There you go. There you
Glazer.
go.
Because they're my glasses lasers, my glazers.
I like it.
I put them on immediately.
Well, they're on the stick.
Oh yes, I would like to hold them up to my eyes and look at the door, the closed front door.
Okay.
But it's going to be on the phase on the stun setting.
Okay.
So now there's a lovely little red dot that I'm looking at. That's
And you're
it.
just
I'm just going to amuse myself for a while. Looking
just
at
following
red
them there.
dot.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any of the acid wine left?
I think he drank most of it.
Okay. I was gonna grab it for the celebration after the adventure. But I've got more drugs back at the lab.
Yeah, I think that was your potion from your alchemy perk.
Yes.
And you get to use that once.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to go back to your lab and restock it.
And I honestly wasn't paying attention. Do I still have the projector with me?
I was
Or was
hoping
that
you would forget that. But
outside
yes.
the mausoleum.
Yes. I was going to wait until you got down underground and decided to use it and be like, well, you didn't pick it up. No, I wouldn't do that.
Well, then I'm picking it up.
Yes, you have that.
And am I successful with my torch? Do I need to roll for making that?
No,
Excellent.
you've got it. I gave it to you. I
Excellent.
spent my points that I don't have. I'm sure I do. I got 4,000 points sitting down there. It just doesn't seem fair for me to spend them during this show. I'll wait till another show.
We don't deserve it.
Yeah, totally. I'll remember next test. I'll spend them. I'll make them harder and give myself cards.
Hey, oh no.
Yeah. All right. So, Squidge, the other two have said something. Do you have anything you want to do before you go downstairs?
I'm gonna start walking down the stairs.
Walking downstairs. You were the closest, so you start walking down the stairs. All right. So, underneath Goblonia, it's the way Goblonia is structured architecturally is it's a city built on top of a city built on top of itself. So when something falls down in Goblonia or burns down, or thousands of years ago they arrive and find a city already there abandoned around a wizard's tower, just like underground Atlanta or underground St. Petersburg, they just go right on top of it, build anew, and then go on top of that and build up and build up. So it's more like you're walking through rooms of an old city, like ruins, than are nice modern sewers. Does that make sense? So it's wet down here and dark and kind of creepy. It's the lost city of Atlanta. Yes. I have been told that you can no longer go into underground Atlanta, but this was a thing that I remember from my childhood, was that we would take field trips to go visit underground Atlanta after Disney had bought it and cleaned it up. Like they bought Times Square and cleaned it up. They
What?
also bought
Wait,
Underground
what?
Atlanta and
What?
cleaned it up. Yeah.
What?
That was the story. I could be remembering it, but yeah, you're no longer able to do so. So it was nice. It was like a nightclub, shopping center. All the stable parts had been excavated and set up nice.
That's so cool. What happened? I'm getting off subject. Welcome to our show where we talk about Underground Atlanta and how we're sad it's not open anymore.
Yep. So, all right. Down. Down into the darkness. So, under the tomb section of Goblonia, which is an old abandoned graveyard, you're actually moving through, well, tombs, really, like catacombs. So this part may be creepier than most, because it is much more a tunnel system with. And as you start walking, Squidge, you see like the walls are lined with skulls and bones, like underground Paris. We should just do a news show where we just travel and go to underground places.
I'm in.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. We're doing this show. Okay. So,
well, I'm keeping my eyes out for a postcard stand.
A postcard stamp?
Yeah, like a place I can buy postcards from.
Oh, yes.
gotcha.
Are there any smells that are not of mold and decay?
What specifically are you hoping to smell?
Oh, nothing. I'm just looking for a smell that's out of the ordinary when you're walking around in an underground tomb.
Yeah. Not. Give me a test.
Okay.
Actually. Nope. I lied. This is part of the rules for Goblonia. You never have to make a perception test. If there's something there for you to find that moves the plot forward, you find it. I forgot that we were playing my game for a moment. Those musty other games we have to test for everything. Yes, there is another smell. All right. And at first, you almost think it does belong with this old, musty, damp, decaying, rats scurrying around. And then you realize, no, this is strong and fresh. And it's Old Spice cologne. Aftershave.
Dad?
Do goblins use aftershave? Do goblins shave?
I mean, some of them might. This is not a common Goblonia spell. This is out of the order, out of the ordinary.
I gotta follow it.
Okay, that would require a test.
Okay, do you guys smell this? I'm going. I gotta figure out where this is coming from. All right, what do I test?
This would more than likely be figure,
Okay.
because you're trying to just follow this. We could go with scram. Scram's a little bit of a stretch. They're both the same thing for you. It is not an incredibly dangerous test because it's lit down here. You have to beat a 7. So I should let the audience know, since some of them have been with this for a while, we have made a rule change based on playtester feedback. You used to hear us say, draw 1 card for the test. We no longer do that. People found it confusing. And like I always say, this game is subject to change until the day it goes to print. So we're still making some small tweaks to it before we hit the Kickstarter. So everybody's paths have been bumped up by one. They will just draw the cards for their path and any bonuses. That seems to make it less confusing for people. So, Squidge, you're going to draw cards equal to your figure. And I think that's all you got here. Ow! All right. Would you like to spend a squib, if you have any, to draw another card?
Remind me what jacks do.
Jacks are an injury. As
smell
Cubby
too
likes
hot.
to say, jacks jack you up.
So that would be an injury to my vim and vigor.
It would be an injury to your vim and vigor.
I'll
Damage
take
in
it.
this does not have to be physical. It can also be mental, emotional, whatever's happening. Somebody just gave you something. Squidge, you get to discard a card of
Hey,
your choice and draw a new one.
thank you, Sir David.
Sir David,
Oh God.
helping out with Squid. Well, that's not an injury. The queen is Titania,
Yeah.
queen of the fairies. So that increases your thrall by
Okay.
1.
Okay.
All right. So you tell other people about this smell, but you can't quite figure out where it's leading.
I don't know what it is or where it's coming from, but I smell it and it doesn't belong down here.
I don't think I smell anything, but I'm not going to bother to check.
Yeah, you can all smell it.
Oh, we don't
Now
even
that
read this. We all
pointed
smell.
that out. You smell Old Spice.
Intriguing. Smells like a spice packet I once used in a soup.
Oh, somebody's telling me you got 2 whoops.
Oh, I was just thinking I would save it for later.
Okay, save it for the next test. You can do that. Yes. All right. So you all can smell the Old Spice, but there's another smell underneath it, which is mothballs.
Now that's a smell I'm familiar with.
I didn't even know that moths had balls.
They're delicious.
Very, very small.
But with a well-known scent.
Pungent.
Yes.
We need to find where this Old Spice is coming from. There's not a thermostat around that we could mess with, is there?
A thermostat?
Yeah, when you mess with a thermostat, dads come running.
It could. We could also possibly need a bowl full of butterscotch candy. It's
Squidge,
perhaps an older gentleman.
someone has given you a hand crank taser.
Awesome.
That actually makes a lot of sense, Eleni.
I'm
Good
going to
job.
try it out on myself just to make sure.
That's amazing.
I imagine it's like a pump action rifle in that it takes like 10 minutes of work to get one shot.
Cubby got an item too?
Oh, y'all are too good. What did Cubby get?
I did not see Cubby's item.
No, I don't see it either.
Oh, was that the steam powered screwdriver?
Oh, look at that! Haha!
Oh! Steam-powered screwdriver. All right, you got lots of items. Cubby, I'm going to let you test on the thermostat. Not that there is a thermostat, but saying that out loud in a convincing manner, like you're going to adjust the thermostat, could just work for you.
Okay, I am going to say, it's so cold in here, I'm going to turn up the heat 5 degrees.
All right. That's a Weedle test. You got to beat a 5.
I actually get 2 cards for that.
All right. A pair of 10s. And that's nice. Good job. Wasted it on an imaginary thermostat.
Such a waste. Such an incredible waste.
So you say that, and a few moments later, I have no idea what that is.
Oh, I think it's I think possibly a vote for Dr.
Voting.
Pibb
It's
to
a
do
voting.
the,
Okay.
yes.
Reverend Tommy's on that. So a few moments later, you hear echoing down the catacombs. No, don't touch that. We've got it set very specifically for this ritual.
I'm touching it.
And silence for a little bit. And then just who do you think you are? I will have your membership revoked for insubordination.
Membership? Tell me more.
It's just a voice. Yeah, like you don't see anybody, but you do have a direction now. You could certainly follow.
I'm going to scribble on a piece of paper, official membership card.
Okay.
That's a good use of your crafting skills, Squidge. I'm going to start going toward the source of the sound, and I'm going to say, oh, but it's so chilly here. Maybe I should raise it 6 or 7 degrees.
I also continue down the hallway, and I really did say, oh, membership, tell me more. And
so the voice comes echoing back. First, it's like, you'll have to wait until an open meeting. This one is private. Official members only. No onlookers. And then there's a beat or two, and the voice responds to Dr. Pibb. Just pull your cloak around you tighter. Barring that, put on a sweater.
Excuse. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm already wearing 4 layers. That's more than enough.
Underneath official membership card, I'm going to write private meetings included.
Okay.
And I will say very indignantly, excuse me, do you know who I am?
Ooh. You've probably heard that a lot.
So many times. I have a lot of sense memory to draw upon.
You get some orc teeth, Bigor.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Awesome. I get it. Amazing. Thank you.
I don't. I have no idea what's going on.
It's a Warhammer 40K reference.
I figured. So the voice closer this time, mostly because you've been moving forward, but you're also now hearing footsteps coming towards you. And the voice says, "No, I don't know who you are, and that's the problem."
It certainly is. I assume you've heard of Trudy Scrumptious, the owner of the Goblin Opera House?
No?
Oh. Well, that's fine. That's not who I am. I just thought maybe you'd heard of her.
The footsteps stop. And just at the edge of your torchlight, burning corpse light, really, you see a figure in long cultist style robes with the cowl pulled down low and a goblin nose peeking out. You don't see eyes, and the arms are crossed and tucked up inside the robes. And they just stop. You can sort of feel the disapproving, judgmental stare.
Well, are you going to let me into the meeting or not? Also, I forgot my cloak. Do you have a spare one? I'm acting real hard over here, you guys.
I'm gonna flash my membership card and just walk past.
Okay, Squidge, I need a test from you, and then depending on how Squidge does, Bigor, you might be able to exploit that if there's a failure there. Squidge, this is actually going to be a tinker test.
Okay.
It's how well did you forge an official meeting ID for an organization you've never seen before? How official does this ID look?
Don't even know what they're meeting about.
Pass by.
In a catacomb, so you probably don't have like all of your glitters and
Right.
puffy paints.
Okay, so I have my my path, my tinker. Do I add profession to that or anything else?
You're not really repairing anything.
That's true. Yeah,
Forging here.
I'm just tinkering. Okay.
Yes. Let me check something really quick though. Okay, no. You don't have a gift that allows you to sort of fake this.
Okay. I got a pair of aces.
Well, you only get to use 3 cards. So pull that ace out of there.
Why do I only get to use 3?
It's always your best 3 cards.
Oh, okay.
Pair of 8s beats my single 8. So it looks official enough that in the dark of the catacombs and your confident demeanor, you flash your ID and walk on by. Bigor, there's no failure there for you to take advantage of. But
there's this. See, you let my friend in.
you can try to Weedle test this.
I am.
Got to beat a 5 and a 2.
Definitely trying to wheedle this. Yeah. All right. So I get 2. I don't think I get any bonuses. Unless someone wants to give me one.
Test subject doesn't really apply here.
No. I mean, opera star would, but I'm not quite there yet.
Excuse me, why are you holding up our test subject?
Thank you. Look at that. Not so good. A jack and a 5. So we tied, but I get hurt?
You tied, but I've got the 2 that beats your jack. So
yeah,
unless somebody's tossing your cards again for you, you have failed. And
you know what?
Zelani did it.
You got whoopsted.
Yes.
You can throw one of those cards out and draw a new one.
I'm gonna throw this one out. Goodbye. Yep. And then well,
arguably not worse for you.
Not immediately worse. maybe down the line.
So
Hey, got a king out of my deck. So
kings cause complications, and you failed the test.
I sure did. You know what? I really had no right to make that test.
So, here is what happens. We got another king on the board. One more king. We're counting Mab tonight as part of the crew for counting kings, because once we get more kings than the crew playing, something major happens. But because some of those kings may have come from Mab, and I don't know, we're just going to count the crew of 4.
So what
And
you're
see what
saying is
happens
we
when we get
are real close to danger.
You're really close to something major bad happening. Right now, you just get a little bad. And that is that the figure with crossed arms says, "Oh, my apologies. You don't get a robe. You're tonight's sacrifice."
Yes, I am. And I'm happy to be here.
I believe I get a robe, though. I have this credential here on the ground. Brick to the face!
I was looking at the chat. I'm like, did somebody give Dr. Pim an ID that I missed? All right, brick to the face.
I was not expecting that.
You got to beat a 2.
As a scientist, I'm naturally very gifted at bashing things. So I do get 3.
Yep. Okay. So you're going to beat him with a brick, but you also take damage.
What happens is that I was able to successfully use my brilliant Trojan horse stratagem of the brick to the face, but I was so enthused that I actually overshot, and his head didn't give enough resistance, so I just kept going, and I dropped the brick on my foot, and that caused me to trip, and I tripped with my face into the floor.
Well, there you go.
But
all right,
now we have a robe that we can both wear together.
Well, you're talking about his robe?
Yes.
Because he's not unconscious yet.
Oh, I'm going to need to do more bricks to the face then.
You're going to need to do more. I mean, he takes a brick to the face. That absolutely happens.
Yeah.
And exactly like you described it. You keep going and fall face first. All right? And he's not on the ground, but he's hunched over, holding the side of his face. And you can tell he's crying a little bit, but trying not to. And what the hell did you do that for? It's not that kind of meeting. Ow!
Because I'm beating you up to steal your robes. That is a classic subterfuge strategy. Now give me your robes or I'll brick you in the face again.
That's a bash. Again. Some people might play that as Weedle, trying to convince someone, but outright threatening physical violence, no subtlety. We'll say that's bash. Boom. All right. So, yeah, he rips his robe off, tosses it, not on the ground. He's going to throw it at you and takes off running and crying back down the corridor, the direction from which he came.
Can I stick
Squid,
out a foot?
It is. Yeah, you can do something to try and stop him if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna classic put a foot out so he trips.
Okay. This is a finagle test.
Okay.
Clever physicality. You got to beat an 8. You only have 1 in finagle?
Did I do it wrong? Maybe I have 2.
Nope.
Nope.
You only got 1.
Okay.
Let's check. All right. You got a 4. That's not going to do it. But you don't take damage. So you put your foot out, and it's dark. So he doesn't even see it. He doesn't even know it's there to trip over. And he just, as he's running, just steps right over it. It just breaks like right in the middle of his stride. So, and he keeps going. If he had been able to see it, that might have tripped him up and he might have tripped over it. I know this from running hurdles in high school. You never look at the hurdle because you just sort
Then
of
it
keep it in
wins.
your
Because
brain.
that's your aim, where you look at things as your aim.
Right. And you'll crash right into it, which I did many, many times.
You just trust your peripheral vision.
And just go, boom. You trust your stride.
I also ran hurdles in high school. I thought we were nerds. What is this?
I didn't. That looked like the scariest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Mr. Pibb. I mean, Dr. Mr. Pibb.
Mr.
Wonderful.
Dr. Pibb.
Dr. Pibb, wonderful job. Wonderful. Look at how swiftly and smartly you got that cloak. Dr. Pepper would have taken forever.
No, he wouldn't have even gotten it. He would have just expected the Council of Goblin Scientists to bestow him with an unearned cloak.
Mm-hmm. He wouldn't walk down the stairs, secret stairs in a mausoleum. Never, no.
No, he wouldn't.
So are you thinking like a 2 children in a trench coat situation here, or am I climbing on your back and I'll be your hunch?
You should be my hunch. That way I'll look different.
Good idea. Good
It's
idea.
a disguise as well. The number of people is also different. He'll be looking for 2 people,
And
neither of them with a hunch. Will be 1 person with a hunch.
this is why you're the doctor and I'm just the test subject.
I'm not a doctor. It's kind of a sore spot.
Oh.
It is. Doctor is my name. Mr. Pibb is a doctor, which infuriates me to no end.
Yes.
You can still be my hump, though.
Oh, good. I climb onto his back.
Yes.
And I put the robes on the both of us.
All right.
In my stash, I have a sheet.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna wrap the sheet around me like it's a cloak.
Okay. Totally works. And the 2 of you sharing a cloak with Bigor as the hunch.
When they catch up,
You can do it. Would you like to switch? Would you like to do this?
No,
the other way around?
it's fine. I'll be fine. It's
Okay.
just it's a little harder than I expected, and we'll get
I mean,
there.
we are the same height and weight, so
Yes, so I am now twice the weight I was a few minutes ago. It's
if you want to, we can switch it up at any time if you want.
No, I'm fine.
All right.
And I'm feeling,
let me know. Yeah.
You're asking, maybe a time too many. Maybe this is starting to get, is this a thing? Do you not believe in my ability
no,
to.
Oh boy, look at you go.
All right, thank you. That's
Dr.
the kind
Pepper
of
could
feedback
never
I
do
want
such a thing.
from my hunch.
Mhm.
Whenever they catch up, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, what took you so long?"
Oh,
Right.
Not because I'm two people, certainly.
No, definitely
I'm
one
just
person.
very out of shape.
It's not true. It's me, the hump, the whole time.
Why is
It's
your
me.
back talking? Where's Bigor?
I'm right here. Look at how clever we are. I'm right here.
We have devised
Oh, very nice.
an obfuscation.
If you want extra help making your hump convincing, I can rub some pus on it or something. Do you want a pussy hump?
Yeah,
Tempting.
absolutely. It's not my cloak. Just go
Great.
to town.
Yeah.
You don't mind, do you, Bigor?
No. It
Gonna rub-
adds to the authenticity.
Yeah.
What's the matter,
Yeah,
Robert?
I feel
Robert,
like if
what's the
I were a
matter?
hunchback, I'd have a lot of bed sores.
I'm gonna rub some pus all over the hump. Now it's a
Switch.
pussy hump.
What color is your bed sheet?
It's white.
Okay. All right. The cloaks are not white.
Whoopsie.
So they are not white cultist robes.
What color are the cultist robes?
They're black. They're black. cultist robes.
I'm gonna rub the sheet just all over the dirt and the walls and the like sludge and whatever.
Yeah. Now that you see them walk up wearing I mean it's a dark color. It's dark in here, so it could be pitch black, but then you might not see yourself. So it's a dark color. And yeah, you can dirty yours up. It won't be there's still gonna be white peeking through here and there. But
I'll do my best.
yes.
But their black cloak is still pussy.
Yeah, it's got pus, all of that. Where did you get pus from?
Myself.
Okay.
You think I'm just like not covered in wounds and scrapes and explosion remnants?
I'll give it to you.
I'm not carrying a vial of pus. I just used my
That's
own.
what I was looking for.
I didn't write that down, so I couldn't have that.
Yes. Yes. So you actually just had to like dig into one of your
Yeah, I've got
wounds.
this one on my shin that just won't close up. So like there's plenty of pus on that one.
Freshly milked.
Mm-hmm.
There you are. So up ahead, and you've sort of followed this sound. It's not a straight catacombs. There's one twist and then a turn, but it's pretty obvious. You can follow the sound. As you get closer, you hear. It sounds kind of like a cocktail party. So you've got indistinct conversation, the clink of glasses, someone wandering through just saying peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Doesn't really sound very culty, is what you're saying.
It doesn't sound terrible. There's no like chanting and screaming and
Perfect. That means, the chanting hasn't started yet.
Oh, good. We wouldn't want to miss the
We haven't
chance.
missed anything.
Yeah. It's the pre-chanting small talk.
As every cult has.
yes.
Is there anything that looks like this is like over here is where the leader of the cult is, or the icon that they worship? Anything like that? Seems like that.
Are you gonna just walk in to the room and see?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna blend
Okay.
in
We've been
seamlessly. Of course
disguised.
we are.
Right. All right. So you all walk in.
I mean, at
There.
this point, I'm more staggering.
Right. Just, yeah.
Like the hunchback,
Um,
so, you know.
There's no obvious leader or statue or there's no like signifying this as a regular meeting place. There is, so it's a larger chamber that has stone walls. The floor in the center has been swept clean of dirt, and there's a pentacle has been drawn on the ground. It looks like they probably used paint to do it because it's blue. There is a foldable, like card table style table against one wall that has a tureen that looks like it's got punch in it and glasses. And there are robed figures just sort of mingling around, talking and drinking the punch.
We should go get some of that punch.
Yes.
It's too bad you don't have the acid wine. Let's do it.
I like seconds ago, it was all about drinking the punch, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I make my way over to the punch bowl.
Good job.
And I pour 2 glasses.
Just one. One's for me.
Oh, right. And then I go, oh, it's so hot in this robe that I'm used to wearing. I've just got to freshen up a little, and I pour a little on my hunch.
Nice.
Oh, refreshing, and I felt that because that was my skin it touched.
That's really funny you should say that, because earlier you were cold. What? I nothing. Drink.
Ah, time makes fools of us all.
So it is cheap red wine.
What is this, Franzia? I like it.
Sweet. Just the way wine should be, cloying.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some more.
Yes, it's God.
Oh, we're going that cheap.
That's
Okay.
rough.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel it's more like an arbor mist. Boone's
Could it be Mad Dog 2020 though? Let's just make it Mad Dog 2020.
That's not wine.
Yeah, it is.
Mad Dog 2020 is wine?
It's fortified wine.
Technically,
It's like Boone's Farm is.
if Boone Farm and Arbor Mist are wine, then so is Mad Dog 2020.
Arbor Mist is the most wine, I think.
Yeah.
It's
of these, that's
considered
the most
wine. It's technically wine.
There you go. It is Mad Dog 2020. No, it's actually a punch. They have mixed Boone's Farm, Arbor Mist, and Mad Dog 2020.
Reminds me of my early 20s.
There you go.
Yeah, are they college students?
So
Sorry, late
There's
20s. I was actually classier in my early 20s than I was in my late 20s. Anyway, that's too personal. What were you saying?
there's a clinking noise on the side of a glass,
Not my glass,
And-
right?
and the glasses are plastic, evidently. And You see the robeless goblin just hunched over in the corner, still shaken and crying and bleeding from the side of his head. And,
What's the matter with that guy?
Like, down in wine, trying to get over this. And clinking on the glass. And your attention, please. If you could all take your positions, the ritual will commence.
Oh boy.
Did anyone bring a sacrifice? And goblins start to shuffle into position around this circle. Let me rephrase that. Cloaked cultist figures start to shuffle around the pentagram on the floor, looking around, like muttering, "Did you bring the? I didn't bring a sacrifice. Did you bring it this time?"
I really feel like this might be a chance for me to show off my performance skills. It's very hard. Oh, it's very hard not to indulge.
I don't think that's a role you want.
But can you imagine anything more operatic than dying as a sacrifice? I mean, that is opera itself. Oh, it's very hard. Oh.
Would it help if I poured more wine on you?
Oh, definitely. Opens up the vocal cords.
Oh, no, I meant help you resist.
Oh, no. It would do the exact opposite. Give me more, please.
What if
Liquid courage.
What if we try to get them to sacrifice the guy that doesn't look like the rest of us, the one guy who's not wearing a cloak, right? I mean, obviously he's the sacrifice, right? How's nobody else put this together?
So you're saying I have to audition for the role?
Yes. And someone else has to audition ahead of you. Don't worry, that'll give you a chance to make yourself look better.
Right. Thank you. Yes, I'll go second.
Yes.
So the person tinking on the glass has waited patiently and looks around and says, "Very well. We will draw lots." We're going to take a break. We're going to have our intermission. We will be back with Act 2 of this adventure. I'm not sure who... Oh, it looks like Dr. Pibb in the style of Merline gets to provide an intermission. We will make Dr. Pibb big while Squidge races to the bathroom and back.
Well, I didn't expect that. I would, be presenting today. So, where is my feather duster? I don't have it. Here's, Mr. Dr. Pibb's pipe, even though he told me never to touch it, Murderline. That's my pipe. It doesn't matter. I'll just use it for cleaning. So I want to clean up, so this is kind of a hints from Murderline sort of thing. Did you know that blood stains can be taken out by baking soda and pre-treating it with detergent? Even your whitest whites can be blood-free. We deal with a lot of blood here at the laboratory. It's a lot of blood, but it's worth it because Mr. Dr. Pibb is really brilliant and should be awarded a doctorate by the Council of Goblin Scientists. That is a thing that should happen. You can also use newspaper on windows. It's true.
All right. Thank you, Myrtleine. Okay. I'm going to give the two of them a real quick chance to take a break if they need it as well. I don't know why people need a break in a 2-hour stream, but evidently it's union rules. Who knew, right? And we all got to support Yahtzee right now because, yeah, I'm getting thumbs up behind the scenes. So if anybody doesn't understand what's going on with IATSE, that is the union that represents, disclaimer, I'm not a member. That is the union that represents everybody that works on movies that you're not seeing in front of the screen. So the makeup artists, the costumers, the set people, the matte painters, the special effects folks, the drivers, the caterers, all these people who work insane hours to make your favorite shows happen, often for a pittance. And the big complaint right now, one, besides unsafe hours, is that new media, which would be Netflix, Disney Plus, all these streaming services that we subscribe to, their contract doesn't pay them the same for new media as it does for regular television. So there's some other complaints out there, but basically look into it, support IATSE. Everybody needs to be able to make a living wage with positive working situations. So I know it sucks. We might lose some of our favorite TV shows for a little bit. But you know what? Stick it to the man. This game is all about goblins sticking it to, not the man, but to Titania. Sticking it to Titania. So absolutely, we can get behind that and support them in whatever they need to do to get their contract straightened out. Okay, I think everybody's back. I'm going to pull you back into the stream. Boom, here we go. Stick it to the goblin.
Stick it to the bay.
Goblins are
to Titania.
Fairies are the bad guys. Stick it to Titania. Stick it to Disney. Stick it to the movie producers. Stick it to Netflix. All that.
Damn,
They make good shows. Yeah, stick it to the media empire. They make a crap ton of money. They need to pay the people. Pay their people. Yep. All right. We are back. So, they're about to draw lots. You all have an opportunity to interrupt this if you want with your
what
plan.
I thought there was going to be an audition, and now it's just an open call. I should have taken my chance. It's too late now.
What form are they drawing? Like straw? Like how are they drawing lots? Is everybody's name in a bowl? What are they doing?
So everybody sticks out a finger.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is heading.
My finger. One finger. Everybody sticks forward one finger.
Should I stick a finger? Should I stick a finger out?
No, don't.
I should. Okay, I'll keep it.
I know you want the role, but
I really want.
wait for a better one. You don't need this one.
You're right. I don't have to take everything that I gotta pick and choose. That's
We
right.
don't have a hunch understudy.
You're right. I'm already working. Already. Okay. Keep it. I'm a hump. Okay.
A pussy hump. A pussy hump.
I'm a pussy hump.
I think Squidge had a great idea, so I will disguise my voice and say, "Go, Governor! We done brought a sacrifice here. That's why this one's not wearing a robe."
I'm gonna disguise my voice as well.
Well, he's got to test first.
I second that.
Mr. Pibb, you have a flask of indeterminate, possibly explosive fluids.
Well, if I have it, it's probably explosive.
And Bill the Jedi, I saw your question. I need to look it up to make sure I spell it properly. And I can't do that right this moment.
IATSE.
IATSE, right?
Yeah, it's an acronym.
That's what I thought. So, there you go. That's it. And if you do hashtag IATSE, you'll pull up a lot of articles and stuff on what's going on. So, Mr. Pip, this is going to be Weedle.
If you throw 5 dice and they all match, you can yell Yahtzee.
Very not at all what we're talking about.
So Weedle, you say?
I mean, I was going to go for Finagle since you're pitching your voice, but it really is Weedle.
I'm really glad you didn't go with Finagle.
Yeah. All right. You got that one. So, I forgot. I'm supposed to be spending points to make these things harder.
Wait.
Do it on the next test.
No, I only had a 2. And I
think you only had
3
2
cards.
It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't catch it either. I will stretch it and say you're a mad scientist because this is a crazy freaking plan. Your mad scientist helped you out there. Yes. Actually, you could have used your device that you created at the beginning to make the guy look like he was standing up and waving his arm with your holographic projector.
Oh.
Since you drew an extra card, and that would have given you the bonus, I'm just going to say that's what happens. The holographic projector is kind of tuned in to your desires right this moment, which is weird. It shouldn't do that.
Which I believe also means, and this kind of works as a punishment. Do I draw cards because I used the device to see if it explodes? Nope. Okay.
Nope. And here's why. It was not somebody in your crew using the device right then.
Oh.
So, foreshadowing. All right. I'm just trying to explain away your rules screw up, but it all fits together like I actually had a plot. Okay, so yes, you've drawn their attention to this guy waving and volunteering. Oi, governor, I don't have a robe, so I must be the sacrifice for tonight.
That's
And the cultists look over and see that he's already bleeding from the side of his face. So it's like, oh, yes, he'll do. And quickly, they're not only putting their fingers away, they're like putting them behind their backs. So there's no option left out there. There's no lots to draw. It's, you got to take this guy or nothing. But he looks incredibly confused, not quite paying attention to what's going on, but realizing that he's now become the center of attention and starts to shake his head. No, I saw the sacrifice back down the hall. Female goblin, tentacly thing going on.
I might
big
still
ears.
No, you don't know.
I might still get cast.
If you end up as the sacrifice, then people will be like, why don't you have a hunch anymore? That's not a thing that spontaneously fixes itself.
I'm working. I have to do the work that I'm doing now. I just get so excited.
You don't want to get a reputation as...
You're right. I feel like this might be my chance.
You're going to be known as the hump that abandoned the back.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good. You're right.
Yeah, the pus is going to be just laying on a regular back? No, pussy hump.
That's ridiculous. You're right.
Just remember your motivation.
I'm a hump.
Plus, I also heard he was playing with the thermostat.
Yeah. Okay. That's the kicker right there. Because at first the crowd was hesitating to see, like, now he's saying no, but he just volunteered. What's going on? And the glass clinker, who seems to be the one in charge tonight, says, "Nobody messes with the thermostat. Grab him!" And they do. Several cultists break away from the circle, grab him, kicking and struggling, and no, I'm not the sacrifice. I'm not the sacrifice.
That's exactly what a sacrifice would say.
They're imposters. Imposters in our midst. They hit me in the face with a brick.
There's not even a mist around here. We're underground. There's no fog of any kind. So obviously your story is falling apart. Governor!
All right. They drag him to the center of the pentacle. And the cultist let go. And of course he turns and tries to beeline out of circle, heading straight for you all. Not that he's like gonna, oh, no, these are them. He's just trying to escape out the circle. What are you all doing?
I want to clothesline him.
Okay.
I'm going to nimbly get out of the way. Oh, that's 1 foot moved. Ah.
I'm going to stay perfectly in character the whole time.
All right. Squidge,
Ooh, that's the 2nd foot.
we're going to see if you can clothesline him. This is probably finagle, but you can also go with bash. If that
I
works.
was assuming it was bash, but they're both the same for me.
They're both the same. A 9.
Ah!
That does it. All right. Boom. You clothesline. He goes down on his back. Are you going to drag him back to the center of the circle, or are you going to let somebody else do that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to drag it back to the circle.
Okay. So you're dragging him back to the circle. Glass Clinker Goblin, guy in charge, says, "You're a most uncooperative sacrifice. This is very unbecoming of a member of the order. Now, shut up and stand there. You," and he points to you, Squidge, "hold him still."
Yes, my... Mm-hmm.
All right. The clothesline goblin, he looks pretty defeated at this point. And he does start to cry
Oh, come on.
again and sort of quivers. But he also seems to know what's going on.
He's
And,
really good.
Your whole-
I'm glad I didn't. He's really good. He's really good. Damn it. Oh, man. Humbling. It's a humbling moment. Oh.
Now, you would have been a fine sacrifice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You would have nailed it.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps, we could sacrifice you. Like after this, later.
No, I mean, that would just feel indulgent.
Throw you off a cliff or something on the way home.
I'll think about it.
Right. Well, it's an option.
Thank you. I'm just going to study his technique.
So he stands there quivering, tears running down his face, his cheeks, and he sticks his arms straight out, like making a T out of his body. The other cultists form up around in the circle and start chanting. And they're doing some movements as they go along with the chant. Like they're getting into it. The whole ritual going on here.
Do you mean to say they're doing a specific choreographed dance that we're all going to have to replicate as best as we can?
They are doing a choreographed dance. Yes.
Dr. Pip, you can do it. I believe in you.
I do my best to keep up with the dance.
Okay. We're going to test. See how well you keep up with doing this dance. So, Squid, you're going to have to do this test as well.
I feel like I should get some kind of advantage because I'm the sacrifice holder.
You're holding him.
Holding him.
Yep.
And I'm kind of hiding my mouth behind his head so they can't see that I'm not chanting the words the right way.
Yeah.
Is it too late to change places?
You would do that for me?
I mean,
you would do that?
You do have more extensive movement training.
I do! So much more!
So are you going to try and switch places?
Yes.
As part of the dance.
As part of the dance. Mr. Dr. Pip.
And I'm my one hand is going to transform into my tentacle because that might help a little bit.
Yes.
My tentacle.
All right. You're both going to test. This is either finagle or scram. You can go with either one.
Well, to that, may I just say, damn it.
You're not good in either?
Oh, I'm a scientist. I figure things out and I hit them with rocks.
Yes. Oh, and I think someone just made this test harder. There you go.
You needn't have bothered, my friend.
A 6 and a 3.
Well, it's time for me to use all my skills.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. You're going to take damage in this maneuver. Bigor, let's see if you manage to pull it off. So.
All right.
Finagle.
Yes.
Or scram.
Oh, finagle. Definitely. I've got 3 in that.
Plus a +1 bonus for your tentacle arm.
Oh, good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards.
4 cards.
Ooh, I gotta beat it. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Yes. A 10.
A 10. That'll do it. A 10, a 6, and a 3.
all my skills are paying off.
Mr. Dr. Pibb, what happens here that causes you damage?
Well,
I knew it was the safer move to let my more skilled, more talented, more trained underling, not really co-worker, more like servant, really do this for me. But while I was crouching into a fetal position to be Bigor's hunch, a vivid memory of the first day of dance class. My mother always wanted me to be a dance class. I know we don't have mothers, but I had a mother figure at the time. And little Dr. Pibb just was the worst dancer in the whole class and ran home crying. And I'm back in that moment.
All right.
meanwhile, Vigor deftly coils around Dr. Bibb's body and uncoils and stands up triumphant. Flawless! Dr. Pibb, are you crying? You'll be all right.
It's the pus. It's just the pus dripping on you.
Be okay. I know my dance was beautiful. I didn't know it would bring you to tears.
I'm also sweating a lot because you are quite heavy. It was a lot of work, so there's a lot of sweat and pus up in here, and it's not. If you feel drops, it's not tears.
I didn't realize how heavy I was either until now you're on my back, and we do weigh the exact same. So yes, I'm feeling it.
It gets to you after a while.
Okay, so Bigor, being the performance-focused sort of goblin that you are, Squidge doesn't have to test. That was your test to switch places and take over in the dance. The dance is easy. You can pick it up. It's one arm out in front of you, then the other arm out in front of you. One hand flips over, then the other hand flips over. And one hand goes to your shoulder. Yep, the tentacle arm goes to your shoulder. Then the other hand goes to your shoulder. Then one hand goes up, then the other hand goes up, and then you shake. So, yeah, they're doing that over and over. And the chant goes, white shirt, now red. My bloody nose. Sleeping, you're on your tippy toes. And it goes on like that.
Urine.
Now Richard, my nose.
What's your nose?
White shirt is a red shirt and it's on my nose.
Tippy toes.
What was it again? White shirt, now red, your bloody nose.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose. Sleeping, you're on your tippy toes. Creeping,
oh my bloody nose, on my tippy toes.
on your tippy toes.
Hey,
Creeping around like
Macarena.
nobody knows. Think you're so criminal.
Creeping what?
Creeping around like no one knows. Are you writing this down?
Yeah, of course.
Think you're so criminal. The goblin with his arms out to the side. His eyes roll back in his head. And he starts shaking and convulsing. And
Very good. Ooh.
And for a moment, all the lights in the room go out.
What's happening? I can't find the. What hole were you looking through? I can't see a thing.
Look at that. Shut up, Hump.
I'm trying.
Doom. You're all doomed.
Damn it, we joined the wrong cult.
And the head says, "No, wait. That's you're channeling the wrong one. We don't want to talk to that one." Too bad. No, seriously though, George is on a break, so you get me or you get nobody. What do you want? Make it snappy. And yes, clearly the body there has become possessed. So do you all do anything? Or do you see how this
No,
is
I'm
going to play
I'm
out?
taking notes.
I'm still holding it because it was my job.
It all sounds really dramatic, but
Yes.
seriously, where were you looking out of? Is there like a hole somewhere?
Oh no. I couldn't see a thing.
Oh,
I mean, you can sort of peek your head out a little bit towards my neck, but don't it tickles, so don't do it too much.
wait, like this?
No, stop. No, it really tickles. Stop.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, my hump is so itchy. Ah.
Itchy.
I mean, cool. My hump sure is itchy. It is.
Cool, I am itchy.
See, it's hard.
Wait, what? I can't.
Cool.
You guys
Yeah,
need
no,
to switch
That
again.
is a flawless accent, though. That was really good.
Thank you for noticing.
So the boss of the cult says, "We have summoned you here tonight. You are under our command. And we demand that you kill all of those who have wronged us."
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
That's very poorly thought out.
Just yeah.
Like, just everyone who's wronged, like, everyone here? That's, I mean, like...
Wait. Wouldn't that include
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with it.
Dr. Mr. Pepper?
What?
He's wronged you, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, we're part of the cult.
Yes.
So that includes us.
Yes.
Oh, this is going great.
Going really good. Oh, my hump is so itchy. Oh, calm.
Itchy.
No, you're not helping.
I thought I'd try to sound
Be a
itchy.
hump. Be a hump.
I'm thinking very camely thoughts. It is Wednesday.
This is why I don't work with untrained actors. They don't understand technique. Cool.
All
I say.
those who have stolen from us. And all the members of the cult go, "Hear, hear."
Here.
Here.
No, I
All
said it right.
those who have lied to us. Hear, hear.
Here.
He's a
All
character.
those who have stolen our secrets.
Here.
It feels like he's got
So-
someone specific in mind.
That sounds like a lot of work. This sacrifice ain't gonna cut it. Go a little bit smaller for me.
Like we chop off a leg?
All those who haven't paid their membership dues?
Nay.
Cool, that sounds unreasonable.
Oh yeah, I know
next
it sure
week.
does. Quite unreasonable.
Next week.
That one I can do.
Oh no.
This purple light grows out of your chosen sacrifice's eyes and mouth and ears. And, well, Squidge, you're the closest. What are you going to do?
That's a good question. I'm holding it, but I imagine it's a possessed thing now, so it's probably pretty strong. Can I do the thing where I take its robe and it's not wearing a robe. Is it wearing anything?
It's not wearing a robe. That's why it's a sacrifice.
Is it wearing anything? What's it wearing?
It's wearing a long undershirt.
A long undershirt. Okay, I'm gonna
Like
take
a
the
slip.
undershirt and like grab it from the bottom and throw it over its head,
Okay.
and then scram.
I was going to say that was finagle until you added that last part. That is scram.
Oh crap! I forgot I was given a taser.
You do, yeah, you do have a taser.
I don't know what a
10, a
taser.
6, and a 3.
It's you gotta hand crank it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna
Right.
save the taser because I
You
think this
do
is a pretty
have-
good plan.
You do have a discard that you haven't used.
Oh yeah. All right.
So
I'm
you've
gonna
got
go with
2 cards here on scram.
yeah. I'm gonna go with scram. And also, we get to envision him with his nightshirt pulled over his head, and then he has to deal with that before he can chase me.
Right?
Okay. So I have 2 for scram.
You can throw one of those out
I'm gonna throw one of them out.
and redraw.
That's not better.
Oh,
That's not better. Okay. You don't automatically. Yes, you do. This is a resistance test. I was going to say you don't automatically get hurt, but no. So what happened as you're holding on to him is his arms actually break and turn around backwards and grab you as you're trying to pull the shirt up over him and run. But he's got you now. All right. And you're not going to take damage this round. He's just got you there. What are the other 2 of you doing?
We should go.
What do you? Should we go?
We should go.
We should just go.
We should
what?
go.
I'm gonna back my way through the crowd. Just sort of make my way. Ooh, to the back door. Oh, this is tough. I can do it.
Told
Okay.
you, it's a lot more work. It looks easy. It's easy at first, and then
Yeah. It's not easy.
Sustaining it is what's hard.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm going to attempt to sneak my way to the door,
Okay.
which would be finagle?
That is scram.
Oh, fine. Fine. All right, I get 2 for that. And I don't think my tentacle can help me.
It can help you by holding Dr. Pibb in place.
Oh, all right. So I get an extra
like
card?
wrapped up around you. Go for it.
All right.
I am
You
quite
used it.
squirmy.
Oh, well, that other card didn't really help me.
Oh. You are beating the test.
Yeah.
See if anybody.
I'm just paying a high price.
You're paying a high price for it.
That's all right. I mean, it's not easy what I'm attempting.
It's not. Okay.
I'll take it.
So you take damage to your Vim and Vigor and a point of thrall.
Whew.
Hurry faster.
Ooh, okay. And I go to hurry faster, and I step down just wrong on my ankle. Just give it a little twinge. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Would have been fine if I didn't have twice my weight. It's fine. Here.
Stand by the advice. It was good advice.
All right. Dr. Pibb, are you doing anything as your action?
I am going to distract it with itself. I'm going to shoot a projection of it so that it looks like there's another demon that just showed up. What's happening?
Okay.
He might say.
This is going to be figure. Distracting it with science.
Oh,
Thinking your
you're
way through the problem. And you do get a bonus from your egghead gizmo that you created at the start of the mission. Oh yeah, you can't use science unless you've got the gloves on.
yes, one must always have the proper protection.
Yes.
I should
So-
draw the cards first. So
You're
that's-
looking at 3 cards for your figure, 1 for your mad scientist, and 1 for egghead.
I regret doing this in gloves.
5 cards. Well, you got to pick the best 3.
Okay, well, definitely not the queen. So I guess I have a pair of 7s.
That does it.
Wait.
All right. That does it. So you create a projection to distract it. Draw 5 cards for me.
I'm
This
just
is-
taking gloves off for this.
Yeah, this is testing for your egghead now to see if it explodes. And Squidge, while he's doing that, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if the hand crank taser will do anything. Now, here's the thing. I tested it on myself earlier, so I know how long it takes to crank. So if I was gonna need to use it in a pinch, I would think I would have it already set, already cranked.
Yeah. Yeah. You can crank it. It's like one of those crank flashlights, I think.
Ah,
So it's-
yeah.
As long
Okay.
as you're cranking it, it is tasing.
Okay. I'm tasing this poor fellow who is possessed by a demon that has broken his arms and is grabbing me backwards.
Yes. And Dr. Pibb, your machine does not blow up. You did not have 2 matching face cards in that 5-card hand, so you're good. All right, you're tasing him. This is absolutely Tinker. He does get 3 cards because he's right there with you and could swallow you whole. So you are looking at Tinker. And we'll give you Repair Gob to go with this.
The machine.
Yep. So you're looking at 5 cards.
Okay. Crap.
A 10, a 4, and a 7. You got it with that 7. The 10 and the 4 cancel each other out. An ace to a 7. You got it.
Nice.
All right. So he is distracted by the image of himself, and then he's tased. So he lets you go, Squidge.
Yes.
And he is... Oh, yeah. So the image of himself. Hey, George. Glad you could join me. You get the left side of the room. I'll get the right. And all the cultists are starting to split and run because none of them have ever paid any dues. So they're all trying to get out of here. All right.
Oh, I said it weren't a good idea. Cool.
So,
itchy.
this is a resistance round of this combat, this confrontation scene. This is a resistance round, and essentially, you're not going to have to worry about this possessed spirit right now because he's going after the nearest cultist, and he swoops down on him, and this purple light just sort of envelopes them, and you see their bones through their skin momentarily, and their flesh starts to fall away, and they drop to the ground screaming.
Ooh.
All right. You're going to have to attempt to avoid the rest of the panicked cultists who are now trying to flee the room through the only exit, which is the way you all came in. All right. So.
Bye, Squidge. Good luck.
I'm going to draw 1 card. You each have to do a resistance test to beat that 1 card. Okay? Makes sense? So what are you doing to try and avoid being trampled by the mob? We'll start with Squidge.
Okay. I was given a fish last week, and I would like to basically surf the fish out of the, like, ahead of everyone, because it's a fish, so it's slimy. It's a sewer, so I'm gonna surf the fish. I'm gonna run, throw the fish ahead of me, and then like ride the fish.
Okay.
I saw that in an operetta once. It would totally work.
Fish surfing, it's a thing.
No, I believe you. I believe you. And seriously, anything you can do or think to do, you can do in this system. So I think that's going to be a tinker test.
Okay.
It could be a... No, it's a tinker test. You are very specifically using a tool to solve a problem in a very strange way. If the fish wasn't involved, it would be scram. All right. So the card to beat for everybody is a single 10. Dr. Pibb, what are you doing to escape the trampling stampede of people?
Well, there's not a lot I can do and still maintain my brilliant cover. So I am
Correct.
going to get my steam-powered screwdriver.
Okay.
I'm going to rake the coals, really get a good head of steam going on it, and I'm gonna do the thing just to make the whirring noise, which is something that I do believe hunches do.
Okay. All right. So it's like that deer whistle on the front of a truck or something makes the whirring noise so that the stampede just goes around you?
That is the exact frequency I'm shooting for. Yes.
This should probably be a tinker test as well, but going for a very specific frequency to change human behavior, we'll let you use figure. And I'm asking everybody what they're going to do first, and we'll all draw cards at the same time. All right. You can also choose to fail this test. Remember, you get a squib back, but you will take damage because it's a resistance test. All right, Bigor, what are you doing?
Oh, I am. I'm going to turn into a ring of keys, as is my core ability.
All
And
right,
if I'm
spend a
a ring
squib.
of keys, if I'm a ring of keys, then I can't get hurt.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely. Spend the squib, and you don't have to test anymore. You are now a ring of keys.
A ring of keys lying on the ground.
As Dr. Pibb whirs
underneath
and
Dr.
goes
Pibb.
falling to the ground, covered in
Yeah.
his cloak, as just a hump.
Very
All right, Squid.
noisy
and
but
Dr. Pibb.
convincing hump.
Yes. Draw your cards.
Okay, and do we get cards for using items given to us, or is that just a thing?
No, it just allows you to do things that you otherwise would not have been able to do. Like, if you didn't have that fish, this would have been a scram test. Because you have the fish, you are using Tinker.
I'm
All right.
able to hijack their hypothalamus.
Yes. Dr. Pibb is totally fine, laying on the ground as a hump.
Science.
Okay. All right. That is the 5th king. You don't take damage.
Oh,
you
no.
beat the thing. All
Oh,
right.
no.
I'm surfing this fish.
You are
I'm
surfing
keeping
this
it
fish.
afterwards, just so we're clear. Like, it's been defiled, but I'm still keeping the fish. But I
Yes.
have noted that it is a fish that has been surfed upon in a sewer.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
It's important to disclose
Meanwhile,
that if you resell it.
Just
Okay.
a pile of keys.
meanwhile, this is what happens. Look at that guy. He just sort of half disintegrated. That is good. We're getting good at this, George. No, sorry, guys. We're just kidding with you. Meeting is over. Get out of here. Not you. Not you. And wherever the other two went. That's weird. I guess 2 of you have to do. There's somebody that wants to talk to you.
Itchy, itchy, itchy.
And one of the cultists pulls back the hood of his robe and says, "You have ruined my entire evening." And it is Phineas Flout. That's where we're going to stop for tonight. Thank you for playing, folks. Thank you for watching the show tonight. The next time we come to you, this will be on Kickstarter. So you can go to my website right there, wicked-clever.com/Goblonia. Get a free copy of the Quick and Dirty edition so you can check it out, see how the rules work, see what we're doing here, and sign up so you get notified when the Kickstarter goes live. So we can turn this into a book and get it done, and then I don't have to bug anybody about it anymore. So thank you so much for watching tonight. There we go. Check that out. There's a link or something that just went up there. Thank you. You can just click on that. That makes it easy. All right. So we do start off next week with Mab's return. The Kings actually reset to 0 now. The major mission twist has happened. So we do this every Wednesday night. Come back and see us next Wednesday night. You can also check out all the other Nat 21 shows tomorrow and Thursday. Sonnets with Shakespeare? I don't remember. Nobody gives me a list. Let me check real quick.
Oh, there's one. There's one.
Boom!
There it is.
Right there. Sonnets with Shakespeare. I was right. 9 o'clock in the morning. If anybody's awake for that, go for it. And tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, Gothic Horror Gaming. Kind of like this, only legit scarier. We're doing the Goblin version for October here. We're doing a Goblonia Halloween episode. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thanks for playing along. Everybody wave, say goodbye while I find these credits. Roll credits. Do
Bye,
it.
everybody.
Where are they? Bye.